I scored the big one.
Hey, Barry, you're on the air. Take a couple of phone calls. Gary's got some stuff to tell us. And, yes, you're on the air.
Good morning, Howard.
And I'll read your email. Okay, thank you.
After I listened to the shows, and after listening to those, I'm convinced that you are totally blinded by Poontang, because the AA experience with Beth was beyond boring. If she were on your show, you'd probably kick her off.
Well, what did I say? I said AA show was horrible, but we're goofing around now, trying out the medium and putting different people on for fun of it. This isn't going to be the lineup. It's not going to be the AA experience.
No,
it was a train wreck, and we told you it would be a train wreck. You're not telling us anything that would be good. Beth went on and answered all his questions. What's she supposed to do? Of course we know it's a train wreck. What are you, a genius?
Of course.
No, we thought it was going to be a great show, and it was going to be a huge hit.
Thank God you called us.
We thought it was going to change the face of radio. We're so stupid.
Well, any event, I'm looking forward to the King of All Blacks. He's cool.
Yeah, we'll check him out, too. We don't know what we're going to get. We're going to just... I got empty space sitting there. Until I get there, let's put some of these guys on, see how they do. That's all. It's a fun experiment. If it's
all right, later, brother. I'm with you.
I'm with you. Come on. Yeah, no, we thought the AA show was going to be great.
Thank you for pulling the cornerstone of the company out from us.
Don't badmouth the AA show, because I'm banking on him. Yeah, AA, you're on the air.
On the franchise. How's it going? What's going on?
AA, speaking of AA was all over the Howard 100 News. And by the way, I got to I have a beef with the Howard 100 News department.
Already?
I love this, because this is going to happen a lot.
Ronnie,
yeah, he's going to be screaming about him the first hour of the show.
Ronnie, the limo driver, gave a interview with the Howard 100 News department about how whacked out Sal is, and Sal's crying like a bitch because Ronnie can talk about him on there.
Yeah, yeah.
And Ronnie gave this seething, searing interview. And somehow I think Sal got to the reporter at Howard 100 News.
Really?
And convinced her that it was wrecking his life and that she started to feel bad for him.
Oh, no, he's trying to
because they chopped up a bunch of Ronnie's interview.
Howard.
Yeah, you made her feel so bad that she feels bad for you, like you're going to commit suicide.
Howard, she called me.
I know.
And she wanted my side of the story.
Yeah,
and I told her, and that made her feel
And Ronnie gave this blistering interview about you, and she's afraid to put it on.
Wait, why would she be afraid?
Because she thinks you're suicidal.
What did you tell her?
But that's her.
Right. I said, I have a beef with the news department.
You know, it's funny, it's funny, Howard, because they called me on Friday, and they had interviewed Sal, and there was a miscommunication. They thought that Sal wanted to hear the piece before it ran, and the news department is such a news department, they're like, listen, we're news. No one has editorial control over what we do. That cannot happen.
Right, Ronnie? Didn't they cut out all your comments?
They called me on Friday, and they were talking to me about the whole thing, and I went to town on this guy. I mean, big time. And the girl goes, well, I don't know if I should really do this, because Sal, I didn't realize I was going to start such a big thing.
Oh,
and he was all upset. And
I want them airing your complete comments.
I know. It was great.
Yeah.
I think it was great.
Yeah, I know you think it was great.
She was so bent.
Of course you think it was great, because you're bashing the piss out of me.
She thought you were going to jump off a roof, I think.
I should have.
And she was afraid. And then you got your little baby friend there to go on the air.
Yeah, wait, hold on. So Ronnie comes up to me this morning and goes, hey, what's up with AA kissing your ass? I didn't even hear this. Because AA said something positive about Friday's appearance, Ronnie thinks I put AA up to that.
Because
anyway, there's a lot. The news department is causing.
The girl said to me that you were so upset that you couldn't debate me about it.
I was. I can't.
So you got AA to go on there and do it.
But I can't debate you about it. I made that perfectly clear.
My point is that the news is causing a lot of problems.
And Sal is manipulating the news.
Now I'm manipulating.
And by the way, Friday night's news Sal is
now.
What?
He's already manipulated. He's already got the news department. He's got the girl afraid to talk now.
How, Ronnie? How did I manipulate?
Ask her. Don't ask me.
You know how you start yelling at people.
I didn't yell at her.
I think he actually probably cried.
I gave my side of the story, Ronnie,
to her.
Did you cry? No, I didn't cry.
Did you cry to her?
No.
You did tell her it was wrecking your life, though, didn't you?
Yes, he did.
I told her the truth. That's all I did. And she felt. I didn't want her to feel sorry for me.
Her exact words was, he takes it home with him.
Yeah. Yeah, stop being a baby. Take it like a man when Ronnie gives it to you.
I take it. Everybody else takes it.
Well, you know, it's funny. I think Sal had his period this weekend because...
well, after my meltdown on Friday, I got very drunk.
So he went out and got drunk Saturday night. Him and Richard went to Chicago.
Right. For a gig. Hey.
So I don't know which part you want to hear first.
The Windy City.
We're gigging.
So let's start with the part where, you know, Richard is obsessed with Halloween. Favorite holiday of the year.
Yeah, this is my day.
He flew to Florida a couple of weeks ago to go see a haunted house, so he loves haunted houses, loves to go and see them. They're in Chicago, Richard and Sal. They're bored. They got nothing to do. They go on the Internet, and they see that somebody's advertising a haunted garage.
That's the only place we could go that was open.
It was open during the day.
So you're in Chicago for the first time, and you go to some guy's garage.
Well, the guy picks us up from the Riddles Comedy Club. Great place. Thank you, Riddles. He picks us up. He brings us to the hotel. He goes, hey, what do you guys want to do? He goes, we got strip clubs. We got steak houses.
Was that Bran?
Brant.
Yeah,
great
Brant.
guy. So Richard
Brant's
goes,
a good guy.
Richard goes, any haunted houses we can go check out? And the guy's like, what? I go, yeah, he said haunted houses.
Yeah,
so they find a haunted garage, right? So they go to it.
It's in some guy's house.
It's in some guy's house.
It took like an hour to find.
It was in a neighborhood house.
It's not nowhere.
Okay, it's not ready yet. You know what I mean? Like the guy's still putting it together.
Yeah.
So they got this whole thing going on.
Put those pictures up on howardstern.com. Let me see it.
All right, so
let me see these pictures. This guy's garage.
So wait a second. So they get there.
It's like in some guy's house.
It is.
It was. Yeah,
it's a guy's house.
He had his yard decorated.
And it looks like a house in Queens. Like each house is on top of one another.
They're all close together.
Yeah. So imagine this is your neighbor putting this in its front yard.
Great.
And you're like right next door to him.
How much did I pay for this house?
This is what I don't understand about Richard and Sal. All roads lead to gay stuff. So they go to the house. It stinks. It's boring. It's not ready yet. They're bored. And all of a sudden, like you would say, let's leave, right?
Right.
Sal says to Richard, I got a great idea. Drop your pants and let me take a picture.
in the
haunted garage. So while Sal's taking the picture, the guy who owns the haunted garage comes out. So Richard, like, pulls up his pants and jumps out. And the guy's like, what the hell are you doing?
Let me see that picture.
That's too funny.
Look at that.
Oh, my God.
That's right at the point where the guy caught me. I'm looking over. I was so scared.
What, completely naked you were? Like,
well, look at him.
Got in my boxers.
Just not your
Got his wiener hanging out.
But Richard said, the guy's like, what are you doing? And Richard said nothing, but in the meantime, his belt is open and his zipper's down.
I was buttoning my pants as fast as I could.
In his garage.
The guy's nice enough to let you in.
And then the grandfather shows up. And he looks like Marty Feldman from Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And he's wobbling up the driveway. And he sees us after Richard just fixed his pants. And he says to Richard, hey, were you scared? Meanwhile, the dad's ready to shoot us with a shotgun.
He had a look on his face like he wanted to kill us.
Hey, Bob, what's up?
Hey, I think those two fags got engaged this weekend in Chicago, too. We were at the strip club. They were at the strip club before me, right? I walk in there a little late. I look over. I see Sal on his knees in front of Richard, crying like a baby, on how much he loves him.
What?
I wasn't on my knees.
Tears. Tears.
What are you talking about?
They went to the strip club.
Yeah.
Sal got drunk. As big a perv as he is, I guess this was more meaningful, and he just got one of those emotional moments, and he started to cry about what a great friend Richard is.
And he got on
I love you. I love you.
They said tears were streaming down his face.
He had his hand on my shoulder and stuff.
It was after Friday. I was so worked up Friday after the whole Ronnie thing that I was just sitting there having a beer with Richard. I looked at him and I just started crying.
You just loved him.
Yeah, and I said, you're a wonderful person, and I'm really fortunate to be a part of the show and be part of what we do together. And then this guy comes up to me with a hot chick, goes, Sal, you want a lap dance? I'm like, hey, get out of here.
I'm busy.
Meanwhile, I got tears rolling down my face like a bitch.
What's the matter with you?
I don't know. I'm really messed up.
Crying at a strip
club. Are you going to go postal on us, or are you going to commit suicide? I mean, you're all emotional.
Sal, you need some lithium? I got a little leftover lithium.
Yeah, stop being so human.
I know, I'm so emotional.
Get a grip on yourself.
I don't even know if this is human. This is beyond.
Yeah. He's like hyper sensitive.
Yeah.
No more. I'm getting rid of all that.
Good. You're like Mr. Spock.
How often do you break down in tears?
I haven't done that in a long since.
Real, okay?
Not since I got married, Robin.
When's the last time you told your wife that she's your best friend and how lucky you are to be with her?
Lucky.
Never cry around your wife, dude.
Ever.
Before we got married, and she got up and wiped her mouth.
Well, maybe if his wife would take him to a strip club every once in a while, he'd do it.
Hey, Bob, can I congratulate you on how good you are on the news?
He really is.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you really are good.
What's he doing on
Bob's
the news?
definitely going to be doing stuff with us.
Like commentary.
Oh, that's
great.
Yeah, Bob's
Thank
good.
you.
I got some ideas for you, pal.
You're the man. I love you.
I'm not leaving you out in the cold.
I'm going to come up there this week and cry to you that I love you so much.
You might have a reason. I don't know what Sal's problem is.
Well, Richard, what were you doing? He was crying. Were you getting all creeped out?
I was just drinking, checking out the chicks, and he starts looking right into my eyes, and he's like, you know, I got to tell you how much you really mean to me. You're such a good friend. I'm so lucky. I was like, wow. And I felt a little uncomfortable, but I thought it was nice of him to say it.
But he was touching you at the same time.
He had his hand on my shoulder, I think.
I don't know if I'd choose this set.
That wasn't my hand.
Might be better to tell me this some other time.
Yeah, when we're not surrounded by
I was
hot
trying
chicks.
to check out the chicks. But
Richard's like, look, I'm all for gay stuff.
Later.
but there's a time and
Why do you
place.
wait till we go to the haunted house?
Why don't we make up another excuse why we had a bunk together?
Right.
Yeah,
So you guys are more compatible than you and your wife.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we stayed in the same room again.
Again?
Why? Why?
Because the...
I love the excuse. I love the excuse last
No,
time
wait.
was a comic you were with got laid. I've been on this tour. Nobody gets laid.
Why were you in the other room?
Because the place, they don't want to pay for an extra room for us.
It's
No, that's a
become
lie, Sal. They always buy extra rooms.
That's what Craig told me. What Gas told me.
I know, Brand.
I think these places just assume we enjoy being
Yeah,
together.
I think
and
they
put us
think we
together.
want to be.
Well, dude, every time they get you a separate room, you go in and sleep with Richard anyway.
Did you
Yeah.
protest in any way when the guy said one room for you? You go, no, really, we need a room each. Did you say that?
Nah, we don't care.
Hey, can I ask you something? I'm being serious. You think you might be gay?
Absolutely not.
You think you're in love with Richard, maybe?
No, not gay.
Do you ever feel like maybe you want to do things with him?
No. But Richard, I mean, I don't know what lately, he just takes his junk out everywhere all day
You
long.
encourage
And
him
you
to.
start crying.
And I cry over it.
And say thank you.
Yeah, honestly, man, what's going on?
I don't know. It's pretty funny.
And why are you showing him your junk?
Oh,
He shows
funny.
everybody.
Sal wants
like
to
a toy
see
to
Sal wants to see my bouquet.
I got a part of my body that's been changing lately as I get older, too. That I
Your
was showing
sack?
Sal. No, I hope I can even say, you know,
Don't wait,
you can
clean
say
it up.
gunt, right?
Yeah, your gut, you can say.
But I have a gawk.
What's that?
A gut and
All right, let me see.
Oh, my
Let me see what you're talking about.
gross.
You want to see the gawk?
Let me see what you're a gawk. You know what a gunt is?
Yeah. A chubby area above my area.
Oh.
I can't say that.
He's so
I can't
stupid.
say that.
All right, pick it up.
Pick that up.
Really?
What?
No, the other
Oh,
way.
my God.
And brush your teeth.
Do you know the difference between up and down?
Well, I didn't know. I thought you meant pick up my stuff.
We go pick up your pants, and then he pulls his pants further
He's so
down.
fascinated. He thinks everybody wants to see everything.
Can I say something? If you grew the hair out, no one would see your gawk.
Right. That's what the hair disguises.
I'm sure we all have gawks in this room.
Yeah, we just don't know it because we have hair. We're men. Dude, you're not a chick.
Yeah, I know.
I have a gawk.
The secret goat I have with truckers is up means down.
Well, one of the reasons I shave, too, and this is real disgusting. I got to be careful about how I say this, but I get stuff in the hair.
Oh.
Like at
With lice?
with myself.
Like what Sal's
Like
got?
glue.
Well, dude, you know what?
And it
Why not
gets
keep a
all-
box of tissues next to you then? Then nothing will get
The
you.
whole world does what you do,
Yeah.
not as often.
And
It doesn't-
nobody needs to
Yeah.
shave.
I listen. I'm good for 2-3 times a week, and I don't have that issue.
Dude, you're all backwards. You shave way too often and brush your teeth way too less.
Yeah.
How often do you shave?
About once every 2 weeks.
Same as his toothbrush.
Same as the toothbrush.
Hey, can I tell you one other thing that Sal's up to that's just as creepy can be? So this morning, so I walk by Sal's desk all the time. First of all, he's had Debbie the Queef's panties on the speaker on his computer for like since this thing happened. And when you talk to him about it, he looks at it like it's gold. Like he's like, can you believe I got these? And we're all like, take them down.
Yeah,
it's
who
gross.
cares?
It's sort of grossing us out.
Like, yeah, we can
I
believe
love
you got
Debbie,
them.
but, you know.
We can believe you got them very easily.
So I noticed on Sal's desk a couple of weeks ago that there were a pair of binoculars, but I didn't give it a second thought. So Sal calls me over this morning. He goes, come here, you got to see this. You got to see this. Gives me the binoculars. There's a girl across the street. She gets dressed every morning. Apparently, Sal's been tracking her for about a month. So he's like, she just put on her panties, and she just put on her shirt. And Sal's like, he sits at that window, and he looks at her through the binoculars, get dressed every morning.
She does it in the window. So,
why don't you call me in, stupid?
You were working. You were on the radio.
I could take a break.
All right, I'll do that.
I like to see. Tell me when she's getting dressed.
I'm going to bring a video camera in tomorrow.
Now, that's the first normal thing he's doing.
You know what, though? He might not be up to that, because me and Will saw a guy over there in a towel.
Well, you were looking at the guy.
But I think that's what you're looking at.
He's tracking the guy.
So you sure it's a girl, Gary, or is it a guy?
He showed. I looked for a second. It did look like a girl, but
Dude,
it could have.
she's a girl. Believe me, man.
Hey, Bob, I'll talk to you later.
You got to take care of it.
Right. Bob Levy, by the way. Yeah.
I'll confirm it's a girl, and she was hot.
Okay. Call me in next time.
You got it.
By the way, one of my favorite things ever was seeing the Gawk photo shoot we just missed.
Double A.
Richard showing Jason as Gawk.
What do you want to say, man?
Hey, how's it going? What's going on? I was at studios on Friday with Hook Nose Mike. And
Yeah, what do you live up there now? Because I hear you all over the news.
I'm not PD.
I love that place, Howard. You don't know how bad I want to be part of that big team when we go over there. I mean, anything that they invite us over there for, like we went over there for Phil's other show live for barbecue that they had over there. And
all right, what do you want to say?
There's a mini Beth O over there. Like, I want to be up there every day so I could, like, harass her. Her name is Lou Costello. She is hot. And she let me, because she's such a huge fan of yours, she said, if you give me a shout-out and tell Howard I want to be on his show, I'll let you rub my belly. Her belly was so tight. Let me tell you something.
Double A, nobody hits the lottery twice. You're not going to be working up there.
No, come on, Howard. I want to be part of this team. I'll get.
All right. I got to go now. Don't worry. I'm working on everything. I got a lot of opportunities.
Don't forget me, Howard. I want to be part of this great team.
She lied to you, Lou Costello. That's not a name.
What's that? Sue Costello. I'm telling you.
Sue got the comic, the comedian?
Yes.
Is it Mini Beth?
I thought you said Lou Costello.
He did say Lou Costello.
You said Lou Costello.
Sue, I said.
I've seen Sue. She's not a mini Beth.
Well,
she's cute.
Mini Beth?
She looks like a mini Beth. I'm telling you. She's like a little.
I know Sue very well. I love her, but she ain't no mini Beth.
Well, listen, she's got a mean body. She's like, you give me a shout out on Howard. Tell him I love him. I want.
All right, thank you.
I wonder if when Double A did his show over there, did he have to take all his gold off to get through security and all that?
No, not at all.
Huh. No, I had to give my AK-47.
You look like a mini. You know that Smigel?
A mini
Schmiegel?
Golem.
Golem.
I get the Joe Pesci thing all the time.
Hey, you look a little like him. All right, thanks.
All right, Howard, don't forget me, Howard. I want to be part of this team.
Joe Pesci's already mini, and he's a mini Joe Pesci.
Hey, Howard, you know what we should do if we get a chance today? We've been saying it all week, but this is a great opportunity for us to do a little packing.
Yeah, I'm going to do some packing.
All right.
Can I tell you real quick something I did on the plane yesterday? You can probably guess.
Of
Pleasured
course.
yourself?
Did you at least make it to the bathroom?
Well, I went to the bathroom for another reason.
This is the flight back from Chicago?
Yeah, because I ate a bunch of burgers the night before and had real bad gas. And I went there and realized it was just gas. And I was like, well, I'm here already. I might as well do something, you know. So I just sat on the toilet and kind of laid back, and I put my feet up on the sink.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That's it. I can't fly anymore.
There was a fat lady waiting.
Sal can help you out?
There was a fat lady waiting outside the door, rolling her eyes to take a number one or whatever. And there's Richard just relieving himself, relaxing.
How long were you in there?
Oh, about 15 minutes.
Oh, my God.
The circumstances were perfect. Someone had left a Men's Health on the sink.
Hey, Artie, do you realize he just joined the Mile High Creep Club?
Yes, the Creepy Mile High Club.
The Creepy Mile High Club.
Like, I know for me, when I go to the bathroom on a plane, when I go in, I suck in the air and hold my breath. I mean, it stinks.
Oh, I know.
He just joined the Vile High Club.
There you go.
He's sucking the air.
I mean, I go in there to do a number two, and it's so embarrassing.
You make a number two in the airplane?
You know what?
I would rather die.
I've flown so much in the last 10 years. I've had to a couple of times. That's embarrassing and just dreadful, but pleasuring yourself.
I love it, though.
You do?
I love making number twos also on the airplane because I hate flying. I'm so scared of flying, but I feel comfortable in the bathroom for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, even if we're bouncing around, I feel like I'm safe in there because it's like a little room by itself.
Right.
So
you plan on number two.
I save it to go on the airplane.
You do?
You animal.
What a pig.
Do you give a courtesy flush, or do you just, like, let it all...
No.
You waft.
You like it.
I like to look at it, so...
You know what sucks is when sometimes because of business you're in like a 5-star hotel and you leave the 5-star hotel and you got to go to the bathroom at the airport.
Right.
I just was in a 5-star hotel and God makes me go to the bathroom at LAX.
Yeah, you curse yourself for being human at that point.
Exactly.